Mike Eisenstadt Performance Studio. This is the Live Music Showcase brought to you by WMNF Tampa and listeners like you. I am your host, Millie, and today in the studio we've got Resonant Rogues. I'm so excited to have you guys here today. Thank you for joining us all the way out from Asheville, North Carolina. You know, before we even get into all this, I would love to hear a song. What do you have for us?
Yeah, we're going to play an original tune called Gotta Get It. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the heart is a hard, hard thing to understand. I knew right from the start that I needed you to be my man. Who knows why it goes the way that it goes, but I believe that time will surely show that you were meant to hold my hand. Oh, life is a hard, hard thing to understand. Our friends, they sure didn't like it when we changed our plans. Oh, they thought we were just being fools, all drunk in love and breaking rules. You got to leap and see who's still there when you land. 'Cause there's things you got to do in life, just gotta get it, gotta get it. Despite the trouble, toil and strife, just gotta get it, gotta get it. If you say you will, don't mean you might, just gotta get it, gotta get it. Oh, baby, got me, and by your side I'll stand. A hard, hard thing to understand. We made our choice and now we've got to play our hand. Oh, we walk this road a ragged mile, ain't nothing left to do but smile. Oh, babe, together we gon' see this whole dang land. 'Cause there's things you've got to do in life, just gotta get it, gotta get it. Despite the trouble, toil and strife, just gotta get it, gotta get it. If you say you will, don't mean you might, just gotta get it, gotta get it. Oh, baby, got me, and by your side I'll stand.
The WMNF Vehicle Donation Program is not only for everyday old cars. We can also accept classic cars like the 1960s Mustangs, Chevys, or Model Ts. We take boats and motorcycles too, so just call 1-888-966-3885 and we'll take care of everything. That's 1-888-966-3885. And live on the Live Music Showcase, we've got Resonant Rogues. Yay!
Wow.
I like that song. It actually makes me think of a good strut.
Yeah.
It's got like that strut vibe to it.
Uh-huh.
I like that a lot. You know, let's get to know our musicians. So the brainchilds behind this amazing band starts with Sparrow and Keith Smith. So let's start with Sparrow, ladies first.
Oh, yeah.
Sparrow, where do you come from? How did you start playing music?
Oh gosh, I've played music for pretty much my entire life. I actually was born in Miami, but grew up in Colorado, and grew up singing in choir, and I played viola and orchestra, and was really lucky to be super supported by my family. They really encouraged me in music. But I didn't start playing accordion until I was about 20. When I left home when I was 18, I did a bunch of traveling and went out to the Bay Area and down to New Orleans and to Asheville, and I met mostly it was accordion players who were kind of playing in underground bands or on the street, and I just was like, I want to do that. I always wanted to play piano as a kid, but we didn't have one at my house, so I was like, oh, it's a portable
Is a nice trade-off?
Yeah, it's a little different.
It's a portable piano, because that's always the issue. You love piano, but you can't take that big thing with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess I can tell. I was listening to your albums, and I see you and Keith are both the main songwriters. So I guess coming from Miami, I hear a little tango in some of your music in your albums.
I actually, I play with a tango orchestra in Asheville, so I've had learned some of those tunes as background. But when I first fell in love with the accordion, I really fell in love with klezmer music, which is Jewish secular music, and I just love all those scales and sounds and feelings. So, and yeah. So.
Yeah, no, I love it. Keep going. You pull a lot from your experiences and everything. Keith, where does your musical background come from, and how did you start playing?
Well, I started playing a lot of rock music and punk and metal.
Completely different than this.
Yeah, very different. I played with my dad. He plays hard rock guitar, and that was kind of my first entry into music. Got behind a drum set and just wailed. But basically, I ended up traveling around the country and getting into folk music. Like you said earlier about can't bring a piano on the road. Well, I couldn't bring my drum set on the road either, so brought a washboard and so I was busking around the country for years.
Way to do it. And plus what you're sitting on right now is your kick drum.
Yeah.
Or kick case.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, haven't totally lost the busking.
Yeah. No, definitely love it. I want to get to know the other two members of the band right now, but I would love to hear another song. What else you got for me?
All right, we're going to do one of Keith's original tunes next. This song was written when we were traveling and touring around in France a few years back. It's very influenced by the music of Django Reinhardt. It's called What Lies Ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4. The years go by and the ties run thick, and the ground you're standing in is moving quick. So pick a pace to walk and a race to finish. Don't you leave behind what lies ahead. You know what you want, but you don't know how to get it. Just remember, it's only lost if you don't have patience. So pick a pace to walk and a race to finish. Don't you leave behind what lies ahead. And those tired eyes, they're chased in morning time, and I do wish to see the day pass through my dreams. So pick a pace to walk and a race to finish. Don't you leave behind what lies ahead.
You're listening to WMNF's 88.5 Live Music Showcase with Resonant Rogues live in the studio. And we're getting to know the other two members of the band. On upright bass, we've got Derrick Spivey? Spivey. How you doing? Talking to Mike right there, yeah. Tell me a little bit about your musical background.
I've played music since I was a kid. I played music since I was probably 13 years old. Started with a guitar, and I guess in my early 20s I played drums a lot more as well as upright bass. And then I play in a bunch of bands in the Asheville area where we're from. A bunch of my bands play all over town, and I tour with a bunch of other bands.
Is it similar style music, or are you doing like something off the wall, like different?
They're all of the bands are almost completely different.
Spivey's a really good metal drummer.
Metal drummer.
Yeah, and then I play drums in country bands as well, like honky tonk, like old 70s country bands, and then I also have a string band with me and Walter called the Low Keys that we play a weekly, and it's lap steel guitar, upright bass, and violin.
So all strings, pretty much.
Yeah, all instrumental, original music.
Well, now I gotta look it up and listen to that. That sounds pretty neat. Well, since you mentioned Walter's the fiddle player on the band. Walter, tell me a little bit about your background.
Yeah, I started taking classical lessons when I was 10, and
classical as in classical violinist?
Classical violin,
wow.
yeah, and was doing that through high school. Went to college, studied classical, and then took a step away from classical, traveled around the country playing folk music with different bands, and ended up in New Orleans, and that's where I met Keith and Sparrow, and it was right when they were starting their band, and so they asked me to play with them, and we did some tours back then together, and I was living in New Orleans and they were living up in Asheville, so we didn't get to play that much, but just last year I moved up to Asheville and we started playing together again. So
awesome. Well, Resonant Rogue's been together for a good 5 years now. Did you guys join up 5 years ago? So you guys known each other that long now, or?
Well, Walter we started playing with 5 years ago, but then, like you said, there was some time in the middle. We've played with a few different fiddle players,
Okay.
And upright bass as well. This is actually Derrick's first tour with us, and he's doing a great job, so we're happy to have him along. So yeah, Keith and I are kind of the we're the songwriters and the core of the band, and we actually even sometimes tour as a duo. Last time we came down to Florida, we came with just the two of us, but we brought our kids along, so we did a little family vacation tour. So
Nice.
This time I had to stay home with Dad. But
Well, just to let all of you out there know that we actually have a giveaway, but you know me, I gotta ask you guys a question so you can earn it, and we're gonna give away an autographed copy of Resonant Rogue's newest album, Hands in the Dirt. When did that album come out?
It came out last spring, so I think late May. Yeah, almost a year ago.
Yeah, I noticed on this new album, very different from your previous one, which had a lot more Americana, folk sounding, even a little bit of country in there. This new album actually does pull more to the whole Appalachian old time Balkan folk. I mean, I even hear tango and a lot of that Middle Eastern and roots.
There's a lot of different influences there. We just love so many different kinds of folk music, so we play it all because we're the bosses, right? So.
Yeah, there you go. So if you're interested in getting your hands on a copy of Hands in the Dirt, give us a call. The number is 813-239-9663. Steve is standing by to take your call, and all you have to do is answer this little question for me, and that is, out of our 4 members in this band, that's Sparrow, Keith, Derrick, and Walter, which one of these, at some point in their life, ran away to join the circus? I'm going to ask that one more time. Our 4 members are Sparrow, Keith, Derrick, and Walter. Come on. It's like multiple choice, guys. Give us a call, 813-239-9663. Which one of these members ran away to join the circus? And if we get a winner after this next song, we'll give you that answer. What you got for us next?
We're going to play a pretty new tune. Actually, both these banjo songs we're going to play are new. I guess you can't see me because I'm on the radio. I just put my banjo on.
Well, they could
We're
see
gonna
you,
switch things
actually.
up. Oh, yeah,
If
Facebook
those of you
Live.
are watching on Facebook Live, yes, just go to
There you go.
facebook.com/WMNF LMS. You can actually watch her play the banjo. She just switched off from the LMS WMNF. Sorry about that. Or you can just search us on Facebook. That's WMNF Live Music Showcase. Go ahead.
All right. This song is called Big Ivy. It's named after my favorite bit of woods close to where we live. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Listen to the sound of the stream. Have you seen how it smooths all of the stones that lie underneath? Maybe if I wade through this water patiently, it will smooth all of the sharpness residing in me. Going to be alone, going to face the unknown, taking the space I know's going to make me grow. Can you smell the leaves where they lie on the ground? They are rotting for to feed all these trees all around. Maybe if I walk through these woods patiently, I will lose all of the things that I no longer need. Going to be alone, going to face the unknown, taking the space I know's going to make me grow. Can you hear the crickets? They call quietly. They are singing for each other, not you, not for me. Maybe if I make it through this night patiently, I will find a song that's waiting there just for me. Going to be alone, going to face the unknown, taking the space I know's going to make me grow.
You're listening to WMNF 88.5 Tampa Bay. And we are the Live Music Showcase, and we've got Resonant Rogues live in the studio with us. And Sparrow, I would love to hear a little bit more about these influences that you have. Where do they come from, and why have you leaned in this direction?
Oh, well, let's see. A lot of different influences. So with the banjo songs, we live up in the mountains in southern Appalachia and Asheville, and that last song wasn't the most old-time influenced banjo tune that I've written, but I'm definitely very influenced by Appalachian old-time. And, it's funny, I didn't learn to play the banjo until I had lived in Asheville, but then I moved to the West Coast and I was homesick, and I was like, I want to learn how to play the banjo. So I had a friend out there, a neighbor, my friend Jemuel, who sat down and taught me the basics of how to do claw hammer banjo. And I learned maybe a half a dozen traditional tunes, and then just really started writing songs on it. But we have a lot of different influences. We really love the music of Django Reinhardt, that hot club swing. And Keith and I are both swing dancers, so we have
East Coast, West Coast.
Lindy Hop.
Oh, whole different ballgame. Love it.
Preferably 8 count.
Right.
But we also love Charleston and Balboa and all kinds of different stuff.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, I've been kind of taking some swing dancing
Nice.
lessons myself, so I'm all
yeah.
about it.
It's pretty much the most fun. So we have a lot of that influence, and both the jazz manouche and also the early New Orleans jazz. We really love the trad stuff. And then also I have, like I said, when I first started playing accordion, I fell in love with klezmer music, and then I also discovered different kinds of traditional Eastern European music. I love the music of the Romani people everywhere that they went, everywhere from, starting off in India to Egypt to up through Turkey and the Balkans, and then over in France with the manouche, jazz manouche, and even the flamenco music in Spain. Just pretty much that touch everywhere that they went is just,
I do
the
hear a little
music
bit
is
of
the
that.
most beautiful.
Flamenco in the banjo, which I thought was kind of interesting
Yeah.
too. I do hear a little bit of that influence. Now, all these great influences, you guys actually toured in Europe for a few years, for the first 3 years of the band's inception.
Well, we've toured to Europe 3 different times. The most recent time that we went was this last summer. So we kind of have been doing like every other year. So
So where do you go?
Well, we did one trip that was all the way from Istanbul to Galway, Ireland, and we went pretty much across the whole continent. And then this last trip that we did, we started off in Romania, headlined a festival out in Romania, and then got to do some studying too, a little music and dance camp in a small village there. But we did a whole loop. We went south and then all the way over to the west coast, through France and Belgium and the Netherlands, and then we went over to Germany and then up into Scandinavia. So we did a big
Wow.
old loop.
Well, I mean, this is probably a really tough question, but what was your favorite place? I know.
Gosh.
If you had to pick one to go tomorrow, if you guys...
I think Transylvania was pretty magical.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, Transylvania was pretty magical. Love Istanbul. I would definitely go back to Istanbul.
Was once
I think.
Constantinople. Awesome. Yeah. So they have been traveling. They've been everywhere. And for those of you who want to catch them while they're in town, they actually have a couple of shows coming up. That's actually today. They're going to be over at Ella's American Folk Art Cafe right here in Tampa. So don't forget to catch them. What time do you guys go on?
I think we're playing from 10 to midnight.
That's
so.
oh, nice. That's a good span. Just pop on in, enjoy some grooves. I love it. You guys are also going to be in Florida still tomorrow.
In Gainesville.
It's a First Magnitude Brewing Company, and this is a festival.
Yeah, they're doing a St. Patrick's Day festival, and they're doing a river cleanup day. So that's awesome.
Yeah, if you guys want more info on that, it's on their Facebook page or on their website, and you can actually get more info on them at the resonantrogues.com. For those of you who need a spelling, that's TheResonantrogues.com. I hope you got that, but don't worry about it. You can always go on Facebook on the Live Music Showcase page, and we do post that for you there. And of course, their Facebook page also has a link to their main account as well. So Resonant Rogues, we're still waiting for a winner. Which one of these lovely musicians actually ran away to join the circus? Give us a call. The number is 813-239-9663. And I just want to give a special thanks to all the amazing people, the ones on the other side of the camera, who make this show happen. And today, mixing it up behind the sound mixer, we've got Bill Dudley, and he's being assisted by Joe Remo. Our video crew today is Bob Hoke, Darrell Perot, and Brian Panier, along with Richard Stone. And of course, our producers are Steve Arduengo and Mildred Matos. But hey, that's me. And today I am your host, Millie. If you want more info on me, you can find me on the social sphere as Millie Vision. That's Millie with a Y, Vision with an S. And we've got some calls coming through, and for some reason everyone keeps guessing only one person. And I'm not going to say who they keep guessing because then I'm going to give you a hint. But I'll give you one hint, maybe. The reason they joined the circus is because they were adept in acrobatics. So if you're watching on Facebook Live, which one of these people can do all kinds of acrobatics? Just give it a guess, 813-239-9663. I'm ready for another song. What you got?
All right, we're going to play you guys a brand new tune next. I think this is
Is this
one of
on none of the albums?
It's on none of the albums. It'll be on the next one when we record it. So this song, I just want to take a moment. You know, we love to write a lot of, real good time music, party songs, but we also, we're songwriters from the heart, and sometimes we write songs about important things that aren't always easy to think about, but that are important to think about. So with this next song, I really want to give a shout out to anyone who has dealt with either addiction or depression, or sometimes the combination of both of those. They often go hand in hand. And also to anyone who has loved someone who has struggled through either of these illnesses. It can be a really hard thing. So, this song is fresh. So, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Got a message from a friend who I would never see again. Since she loved me, hoped I'm doing well. Well, I was busy, dropped the ball. The next day I got the call. Where my friend had gone, it's hard to tell. Where my friend had gone, it's hard to tell. Well, what am I to do when my friends decide to use? We're all grown, I'm only one man's mom. But it tears the world apart as it sedates your precious heart. And every day could be the one you're gone. Oh, every day could be the one you're gone. So here's a song for the sad ones, those of us who cannot stay away from the edges of existence. This flame it burns too bright for it to stay. This flame it burns too bright for it to stay. With this wail upon my chest, we're both drowning in the ocean of my tears. And I expect of you what I have never hoped to do, solve the problems that are products of my fears, those problems that are products of my fears. So here's a song for the sad ones, those of us who cannot stay away from the edges of existence. This flame it burns too bright for it to stay. This flame it burns too bright for it to stay. It's the autumn of the world and I am just a frightened girl. We're all here but who knows for how long. And like the leaves we fall, like the trees we lose it all. And every day could be the one we're gone. Oh, every day could be the one we're gone. So here's a song for the sad ones, those of us who cannot stay away from the edges of existence. This flame it burns too bright for it to stay. This flame it burns too bright for it to stay. This flame it burns too bright for it to stay. This flame it burns too bright for it to stay.
If this song resonated with you in any kind of way and you are struggling with depression or drug addiction and you feel like you need help, don't forget you can always dial 211 locally and someone can help you out.
Yeah.
You are listening to WMNF 88.5's Live Music Showcase, and we've got Resonant Rogues live in the studio. Thank you again, guys, for joining us all the way out from Asheville, North Carolina. I am loving this music. It's definitely resonating with me. It is, we are still waiting for a winner. Loving the interaction, guys. Keep on calling. Oh, wait a minute. Amy from Tampa just called in and won the CD. Congratulations, Amy. I think I know what Amy this is. Thank you so much for listening to the Live Music Showcase. She actually is walking away with an autographed copy of, you want to let them know what she's getting? Oh, she's putting her banjo down.
Caught me off guard. Hands in the Dirt.
Hands in the Dirt. And this
Latest album.
Latest album, recently released. And just so you guys know, it's actually number 18 on the folk radio DJ music charts. So congratulations. This is a great album. You guys are definitely going to enjoy it. I personally like, I don't want to sound biased. I'm sorry. But I do love Long Way to Galway. And of course, the title song, Hands in the Dirt. Those are like my top two right now on the album.
Awesome.
So hats off to you. Let's give that answer. One of these lucky musicians spent a good portion of their youth, I would guess, or they're still young, so I can't say youth.
It was my adult life.
Adult life. She gave it away. So now you know it was Sparrow. So Sparrow, what was it like to join the circus? Because you actually went and joined Asheville's Runaway Circus.
It's true. So, I went and I studied in San Francisco at the Circus Center and lived out there. Moved out there with my best friend for about a year and studied a bunch of different stuff, tap dancing, acrobatics. I learned how to juggle. I'm still not very good at it. But and then when I moved back to Asheville, I joined the Runaway Circus, which was really amazing in so many ways. There was a small core group, and we did several tours. We actually came and toured down to Florida with that group and on the East Coast, and they did a tour on the West Coast. I wasn't able to come on that one, but and then we also did a big community circus, which was really like a big part of the intention of the Runaway Circus. So I led the circus band for a couple of years, and then did the acrobatics routine. There was always a kids act to get everybody involved, and choreographed a belly dance act, and all kinds of fun stuff. But it's just a really ridiculous and hilarious and wonderful group of people with a great community mindset. So
what was your favorite thing to do as an acrobat?
Oh gosh. Well, we had my best friend and I who had bands for years, the called the Sugarfoot Serenaders, and we did a whole routine with instruments where I would balance her on my feet and we'd play, and then we'd do a whole singing harmonies while doing.
Well, that's awesome. Well, were you playing the banjo or the
I was actually playing viola at that time.
Really? She's a multi-instrumentalist, guys. Oh, wait, so we got accordion, banjo, you sing, you write, and viola, you said? No,
Yeah.
What else do you play?
Musical saw?
Isn't that thing?
No, it kind of sounds like somebody's singing.
Oh, almost like a theremin.
Yeah, it's like an acoustic theremin.
Oh, I like
Totally. Yeah, and actually, so there's a really strong tradition of musical saw playing in Scandinavia, which is where my ancestors are from. They have entire saw orchestras where they have like really giant ones for the bass, and yeah.
That's pretty intense. I'd be afraid I'd saw my finger up. I cannot do it myself personally. But so that's really cool. You traveled, you did stuff with the Runaway Circus, but she wasn't the only one actually who also jumped trains, we'll call it that. But tell me, Keith, about your escapades as you were traveling on your own as a musician.
I don't know. I guess it's just one of those things that you hear about people doing when you're a teenager and you're kind of like, oh, I want to do that. I want to try it out. And my sister was actually doing it before me, so
Really?
she kind of got me into it. And so
Was she a musician?
She plays, yeah. We traveled all around the country, a bunch of friends of mine and playing music, and yeah, it was pretty wild times.
So what exactly pushed you? I mean, was it your sister that pushed you to do it for the first time, or what really gave you that I need to do this moment?
I think just the sense of freedom and, being in the outdoors, traveling on these trains, going through mountain passes and deserts and all these things. It's like you can't really get that experience anywhere else. So it's pretty unique. Okay. So I wanted to try something different,
So was there a dark side here? Like, did you hop the train illegally? Like, how did you do this? Like,
usually,
He wasn't buying tickets.
Yeah, usually they're just letting me on, They're like, hey, here's your ride. It's easy.
That might have happened once.
Maybe once. Any others in the band? Any of you also hop some trains? No, I got silence. So I don't want to.
No
I plead
comment.
the fifth. I plead the fifth. Don't want to Don't worry, guys.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a very Dharma bums of
incriminating.
you. I'm a huge fan of Jack
Oh, yeah.
Kerouac, and for those of you who live in St. Petersburg, you know what I'm talking about. And so, yeah, Dharma Bums is actually one of my books, and I always thought about maybe I should go jump a train and see what it's like to just.
Don't ever do it without somebody who knows what they're doing
Okay.
showing you
Yeah.
how, because it can be super dangerous.
No, I'm over that. That phase is gone
Kids,
past.
don't
me.
try this at home.
There you go. Yeah, the stories tell you it's actually pretty dangerous to do it on your
totally.
own.
We've had friends who have passed away, who have lost legs. It's definitely, you got to be careful for sure.
You know what? I want to hear another song, and then when we come back, we're going to do a lightning round questions. For those of you who know me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What song you got for me?
We're actually going to switch things up. Every single song that we've played so far has been an original tune, but we're going to play, one of our favorite things to do is to travel to faraway places and study traditional music in different places. So this next song is a traditional Turkish song. It's from the northeast of Turkey, and it's a flirtation song between a boy and a girl who are working together in a tea garden. So this area of Turkey has a lot in common with the Southern Appalachians, where we live, up in Asheville. It's a very mountainous region. It's rural. It's agricultural. They actually grow most of the tea that is drunk in the entire country of Turkey in this one small area.
Is that the tea with the sand? Or no, that's a coffee, isn't it?
Oh yeah, well, where you read the where you read the grinds, that's the coffee. That's the
Okay.
coffee. But so, and this area also has really deriving, beautiful traditional music that kind of holds a really special place in the Turkish people's heart, kind of like Appalachian old time or bluegrass might hold in the American people's heart. So. I want to give a big thanks to my friend Bashak, who lives in Istanbul, who translated the lyrics to this song for me and gave me just a lot of cultural background about the tune. So excited to share it with you guys.
You're listening to WMNF 88.5 hand-grown, hand-picked music and news. WMNF is a listener-supported commercial-free radio station. Your support is always appreciated. Please visit WMNF.org/support and leave a tip for the live music showcase or call us at 813-238-8001 and let us know you'd like to give your support to the live music showcase, the show that plays music you didn't know you wanted to hear. Also, check out our live Facebook feed right now on facebook.com/LMSWMNF. You can also watch it after the show is over. And for those of you who don't watch Facebook Live, you can always check it out on YouTube. Just search WMNF 885 FM and subscribe so you don't miss any future shows. And of course, I did say we were about to do a lightning round. So we're going to ask a few questions, maybe about 5, and we're going to start with Keith, then Sparrow, then Derrick, and then Walter. We're going to ask one question, answer as quickly as you can. Don't think about it so much. It's the first thing that comes to mind, and we move right on down, and then we'll go backwards. You guys okay with that? All right, we'll make it simple. Let's go analog, not digital. What's your favorite board game? Last one you played.
Don't think about it too hard. I guess chess.
Okay, Sparrow.
Oh gosh, I don't play games.
That's all right.
We have a board game called Wildcraft. It's a kids game about herbalism, and it's cooperative. I like that.
That's actually cool. Derrick.
Backgammon.
And how about Walter?
Risk.
Strategic. Okay. Next question. We'll start with Walter. What do you think about in the silent moments of your drives during the tour? Come on. First thing.
Ice cream.
How about you, Derrick?
Generally, a lot of the songs we've been playing just run through my head. Honestly.
Okay. Sparrow?
Honestly, I'm usually thinking about the 8,000 things I have to do as far as like emails, graphic design, all of the business work for the band.
Okay.
Yep.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. I feel like the long drives are perfect for us to like just decompress and realize what our next plans are gonna be, planning the next tour, things like that.
Oh yeah, we do a lot of dreaming and scheming.
Ah, there you go. Starting with Keith. Last book you read?
Last book I read.
Must have
Trying
been
to
a
remember
long
the
time
name of it.
ago.
I'm just trying to remember the name of it.
We'll come back to you, Sparrow. Oh, what's yours?
I think the last book that I read was Cushiel's Mercy.
Okay. All right, Derrick.
Still working on it, but it's really the blues Mesro autobiography.
All right. And Walter?
Citizenship Papers by Wendell Berry.
Keith? You remember
I
the
can't
name?
remember the name of the one. I still can't remember, but I did read the Robert Jordan series recently.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Next question. Tea or coffee? It's an easy one.
Coffee.
Both, every day, all day.
Matcha or regular tea?
I'm in herb school right now, and I have like 5 different tea blends that I made I have a little suitcase.
Okay. Derrick?
Coffee.
And Walter?
Yeah.
Ice cream?
Either one. Ice cream, yeah.
All right, starting with Walter, and this is the last one, I promise. You're going to sing the theme song of your life as if you just walked into a room and it was playing out loud. Go.
Theme song.
Theme song of your life. How about you, Derrick?
I'm having a great time.
Sparrow?
Do, so much to do.
Keith?
This is life.
Sounds great. With that, I want to hear another song. What you got for us?
I think we're going to play one of Keith's original tunes. This next song, it's called Fall With Me.
All right.
Can somebody tell me the reason for misery? I'm melancholy. Won't you fall with me? Everyone loves company. When I feel it, believe. Come and take a fall with me. If you need a minute, digest your fear and admit it. Growth thrives with space between, but growing pains ache me. To forgive one's choice to see in a flash flood that's passing. Won't you fall with me? Everyone loves company. When I feel it, believe. Come and take a fall with me. Break it down. And I'll take my worried mind down the hatch more than twice. A long night with no sleep, mornings regress me. It's been real hard to conceive the reasons for asking. Won't you fall with me? Everyone loves company. When I feel it, believe. Come and take a fall with me.
Homegrown, handpicked music and news. That's WMNF 88.5. And live in the studio, you have been listening to Resonant Rogues. Once again, thanks guys for joining us all the way out from Asheville, North Carolina. Amy from Tampa actually said you recently played at the Hillman's Brewery over in Asheville. That's true. Yes, and those are friends of theirs. And she was so excited. She's been dying to see you guys. And that's, of course, our winner. So she's really excited about getting that CD. Nice. So congratulations, Amy. I really do hope you enjoy that. And if you are in town and you want to get a little bit more of this music, don't forget they're playing tonight at Ella's American Folk Art Cafe in Tampa. And if you don't mind doing a little drive here and there is a festival over in Gainesville, which is the Clean Creek Revival, their St. Patty's Day Festival. It's a 2-day festival. They'll be playing on March 17th, so go check that out. But I always notice that on our Facebook Live and even on YouTube, we get a lot of listeners who aren't even from Florida. So for those of you listening, they will be heading off to Louisiana. Yep. So you got dates 20, 21, 22, and I think you're going to be there for like a whole week or so.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be all around Louisiana for about a week. And we tour all over the place all the time. So even if you don't live down here, make sure to follow us on Facebook. Check out our website. You can sign up for our email list there. Also Instagram. We have lots of adventures and take lots of pictures.
Yes. How do they find you on Instagram?
Resonant Rogues.
Just straight Resonant Rogues?
Resonant Rogues. Yep.
Awesome. No underscores or anything. All straight.
And no the.
No,
just plain.
The.
Yep.
But if you do want to find them on Facebook, there is a the.
It's true. Add the.
And the website itself is The Resonant Rogues. .com. Yes, so that's New Orleans 2021 22. They'll be in Baton Rouge, Covington, Lafayette. So just look them up. They got all these shows coming up. They are everywhere, guys. So you can definitely get a little bit more resonant with you. Now, that pretty much, we've only got a few minutes left on the show, and I definitely wanted, we got 4 minutes left on the show. I did love this last song. I love the groove. It's actually one of my favorite songs on your previous album, Here and Gone Again, actually. So if you're looking for that song, you gotta look for the other album. That's Here and Gone Again, Fall With Me, that amazing groove. I really love that. And it's really catchy. My other favorite song on that album is Break It Off.
Oh,
just
yeah.
FYI. So if you guys want to hear my favorites.
If you come to the show tonight, that'll be the last tune we play.
Oh, there you go. You got it, guys. So just one more time before we close out the show, I want to give a special thanks to the people that help make this show happen every single week, and that's every Friday from 2:06 to 3:01 on the Live Music Showcase. We're on Facebook Live. You can always catch us on YouTube, or you can just tune in on 88.5 FM Tampa Bay. And thank you so much. Our sound mixer today, Bill Dudley, assisted by Joe Remo. Our video crew, Richard Stone, Bob Hogue, Darrell Perot, Brian Panier, and our producers, Steve Arduengo and Mildred Matos. But hey, that's me. But today I am your host, and you can find me on the social sphere as Millie Vision. That's Millie with a Y, Vision with an S. So let's close it out. What song you got for us?
We're going to play the End of the Day Waltz, the love song waltz. Guys ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Smile on your lips, oh, your breath on my neck, and your hands on my hips. There's a spark in the air, there's a fire inside, there's a warmth in the bed where the both of us lie. And I am sorry to say I can't stay, but it's almost the end of the day. That violin. Road, and I am sorry to say I can't stay, but it's almost the end of the day. So drink in this moment, or fill yourself up for the last till next time I come fill your cup. And I am sorry to say I can't stay, but it's almost the end of the day.